But we were talking about the possibility of NFTs and its effect on hip hop moving forward. I think Lone even mentioned the importance of possibly getting onto it now. I'm not saying everybody's doing it. I guess the industry is starting to lean that direction, but we were kind of talking about the importance of knowing what this is and how to apply it to your career, like as an artist, right? I'm still a little asleep. I still have to do more research. But Jay Brookins, I'll come to you first, man. What do you think about the NFT, like NFTs as a possibility? Like, is it unlimited possibilities as it relates to hip hop?
Man, I really think it is an unlimited possibility because it's so new. You know what I mean? But it's not so new like people aren't already jumping on it. It's already here. You know what I mean? Like, people need to do their due diligence and look into these NFTs for, especially when it comes to your music, because you can cut out all the middleman. You know what I'm saying? You can be your own record label. You know what I'm saying? If I'm selling you an NFT and I have a contract with that NFT that if you sell that NFT, then I get money from this NFT. Like, this is a musician's dream.
Right.
Like, don't sleep. Don't wait till it's too saturated to get into this. Like, it is here now. It's here to stay. Like, I don't think it's one of those things that fly by night. You know what I'm saying? No. I feel like with all the cryptocurrency and, the NFTs things popping off, I really think it's time this is like MySpace to Facebook type shift. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When that shift happened, we're like, I don't know if I want to go over to this other platform. Like, I want to stay on my place. I'm comfortable here.
All my friends are here.
All my friends are here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we're at that level when it comes to platforms. Like, that's going to be the next thing that you should have been on 2 years ago. Right. In 2024.
I could dig it. Jay Moore, jump in, man. What are your thoughts about the possibilities?
Well, I think there is something about being in early and not dismissing things just because it sounds crazy or you don't understand it. I think that's where a lot of people miss the boat on Bitcoin. Just that, at one point, if you'd have got you could get a Bitcoin in 2013 for like $6.50.
That's tough.
Okay, and Bitcoin, because I've got a couple dollars in it.
Oh, you balling?
Yeah,
okay.
But I'm looking. But to buy one Bitcoin right now, last I checked, you'd need at least $61,000.
Yeah.
You hear stories about people who were like, well, I didn't know what this Bitcoin was for, so I bought a pizza with it.
Yeah.
So what you spent on that pizza would be worth like $150,000 today had you just held on to it.
Hope it was a good pizza.
I better be great. Hopefully you didn't get Domino's.
Wow.
But, you know what? Let me stop because shout out to people who enjoy Domino's. Domino's, if you'd like to sponsor the show.
Hey, come on home.
No, but you just have to think about a lot of, even when you talk about, just, because people who don't, they're not into blockchain technology or doing any of that. When you talk about, stocks.
Yeah.
When someone says, oh, well, if you could tell your 18-year-old self something, what would you tell them to do? I say, well, take that money that that graduation money that you bought CDs with, and buy shares of Apple, where you could have got a share of Apple for, $1.60.
Yeah.
As opposed to just buying some CDs that now you don't even use because everything is streaming and you're streaming it through Apple Music.
I see what you did there.
There's a lot of, we can't be afraid of new technology. I know a lot of it is intimidating, specifically because there are people who are out there scamming because, I'm not sure if you guys saw the story about the Squid Coin. Like they made a cryptocurrency based on called Squid Game.
Still haven't seen Squid Game.
I liked it.
First and foremost, go see Squid Game because it's fire.
Oh yeah, okay.
But tell me about that.
No, but then like the guys who created the coin basically, ran up the value, took the money, and now it's at zero. And everyone who put anything into Squid Coin is just left not holding anything because there's no money. It wasn't based in anything. It was just a scam. And so I understand when you see things like that, vibes. and it it makes people apprehensive about new technology, about new ways of viewing money. Because we come from a lot of people in our families who are still putting money in their mattresses. It's like don't I know people that don't put money in the bank. You know, and I'm just now in the last year or so, you know, really looking at the market and seeing where like, okay, my little baby portfolio, like even not knowing what I'm doing is giving me a much better return than if I just put the money into a savings account.
True.
You know, so we have to have these kind of conversations and make sure that, you know, if we do find someone who is a bit more learned and can explain these things to us, that we're not afraid to take in that information and apply it to our real lives.
Yeah.
Shout. And then there are some guys that I watched today on the Breakfast Club. It's called Earn Your Leisure, and they broke down a lot of things. And so, like, you know, I know a lot of times you go on to the Breakfast Club because you want to see the hot celebrity gossip, but when you see somebody who's talking about cryptocurrency and what you can,
like the second or third person that they've had on there.
yeah, and they're consistently giving out this information. But when it's because I look at numbers, because I look at our numbers and I see what things move. You know, people aren't watching those interviews. Yeah, you know, they're watching when Soulja Boy comes on because they can't wait to see him say something really wild. But when these guys are talking about earning your leisure, literally being able to put money into the market and being able to retire and create wealth for not only yourself but your family, that's not getting the views. So we can't be apprehensive. We can't just go for we got to go for the steak sometimes, not just the sizzle.
Jump in there, Lone.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the least viewed segment of the show.
100%.
But no, I
which
think
actually says a lot.
It does.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of what it is. You know, but yeah, the NFT thing is interesting. I've been slowly watching it. It's one of those things where I try to pay attention to everything that comes out as much as possible. You know, it gets harder. I know it's weird to say, but it gets harder as I get older because everything's just like feels like it's constant.
Yeah.
But NFTs took me a minute, like, to kind of grasp and to like, what is a fungible token? Like,
I didn't even know what those words meant
like,
when you put them together.
Yeah, it's like I got to define the words before I even know what anything else is. But I feel like with a lot of people that are sharing a lot of information on it right now is a really good time. Like Jay was mentioning, Jay Brookins was mentioning for the artists, like, you got to be on this right now. Like pay attention to it. Like figuring out clever ways to put your stuff out there and give it's cool because it gives ownership of yourself to other people, and that gives them like invested interest in you, which is what we as artists want anyways. Yeah. So it's like
residual income, but it gives you like, it gives the people that are investing in you, like, not only like an invested interest, but like a literal, like, monetary invested interest. So it's definitely something to look into. I'm not going to go off on a crazy tangents because I don't really know a crazy ton about it outside of the fact that I know that I need to put more time into it. It's a conversation that I would like to have. I was actually asking Brookins about, certain aspects of it, before we came on, just because I'm starting to see it pop up in interviews on major platforms, as well as seeing artists talk about it also, so it's starting to pop up everywhere. Like,
and this is like, I know we're talking about artists, like musicians, but goes across all creative platforms. Like, if you are a creative, if you're a creator, design, get into it. I'm fascinated by the concept of, consumers or fans investing back into the artist that they like. That's going to cut out a lot of people, if you will. And I think the experience could be dope, but like I said, I want to do more research because it's something I want to look into. And I think there are, why not? Especially if this is the way things are going to be trending. Clearly, this is the way things are going to be trending. So,
like, I saw there are NFTs of sports highlights.
Yeah.
And
we could have NFTs of the show.
But just I have a crazy.
I don't know how to do it.
I have a crazy idea. Well, I'm gonna share it. Why not? Because it's not like it's just something that
I don't know, man. You might.
I don't know, man. Be careful.
No, it's not.
Your last clip got like 10,000 views.
Be careful, man.
No,
be careful.
I'm okay. I'll tell y'all after the show.
Tell us after the show.
Maybe there'll be something that we work on. But
I'm
just saying, between NFTs, actually getting into the traditional stock market, coin, all the the different coins, and the thing is, like, I was like, well, where am I going to buy some Bitcoin? And then somebody put me up on game and was like, well, do you have 𝐀𝐁𝐎f? Or you can use that to buy crypto.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I started, just going through it, and I was like, well, wait a minute, I can buy stocks with this too. Because, a lot of times we're intimidated by the whole idea of buying stock or getting into some sort of financial literacy, because it seems like it's
right.
Because it's like we think we got to go see some man sitting behind a desk who's got a ticker tape on his on his desk like it's the 1920s or something. It's like,
those days are over.
We have the world at our fingertips right now. So instead of just always looking on Instagram and Twitter just to catch up on foolishness, like we have the access to actually create a certain level of wealth for ourselves and to research things that could actually impact our lives in a positive way.
Facts.
Let me jump in real quick.
Yes, sir.
I know you're probably about to change.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I mean, I hear it all the time. How do you get rich? You get rich by real estate, investing, and insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The time is now. And I told these guys a story about the cryptocurrency thing.
Yeah.
16th in college, I walk into the shell, the hood shell, not like the shell out there.
Right.
You know? And
they don't sell nougat. They don't sell nougat at this shell. Yeah.
There's a yellow and black machine there. I thought it was an ATM machine. Turns out it was a Bitcoin machine.
Yeah.
You can buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, maybe Ethereum from the machine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm late. Like,
that's actually brilliant. That's actually a brilliant idea.
If there is a machine for it and it's in the location that you're, look, I saw
16th in college.
I saw one where it says outside EBT and Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's tough. You talk about a reality check.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, who's using? I talked to the cashier. I'm trying to be friends with her because I'm about to ask her for some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Who's using that? It's like, man, not really a lot of people. The Africans is using it. They stand at that machine for hours. I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy. They on it.
Be careful, Jay Moore. I see you grinning.
No, because you know what? All I know is at the club I work at. It's always the Africans who are buying bottles, and they seem like they're celebrating something, so they know something we don't.
You know what? I think that's a good place for us to end this conversation.
Shout out to the Africans.
Shout out to my African brothers and sisters. We appreciate you.
If you've enjoyed this segment of the New Old Heads podcast, make sure you join our live show every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/NewOldHeads. You can also catch playback of all of our shows on any podcast app and youtube.com/NewOldHeads Network. And go to newoldheads.com/community to join our Discord.